Hello everyone, my name is Iman Mansour. I want to thank you for joining me today as I speak about spelunking. Thousands of underworlds run parallel to where we walk. Chambers and caverns yawn beneath our feet, while tunnels and shafts stretch out underneath us. Caves allow for the growth of crystals, the formation of stalactites and stalagmites, and the running of rivers. It's an ecosystem entirely different from ones we are familiar with, and it's an ecosystem that spelunkers or cavers explore often. There are a couple different terms for spelunking, one being caving and another being potholing. Caving and spelunking are the American use terms, while potholing is the British use term. There are two different trains of thought when it comes to the difference between spelunking and caving. Some believe that there's no difference between the two. Others believe that spelunking is the term used to denote someone untrained in caving who is simply participating in the activity for recreational purposes, while caving is used for more professional people who are trained in caving techniques. As said by Steve Knutson, the National Speleological Society editor, note that I use the term spelunker to denote someone untrained and unknowledgeable in current exploration techniques, and caver for those who are. Whatever your train of thought may be, the term spelunking comes from the Latin word spelunca, meaning cave or cavern. So although spelunking is a recreational activity, it's not as common as, say, rock climbing or bouldering. These are two sports which share techniques in common with spelunking. Spelunking only has only about 2 million people have said they've gone spelunking on low-risk expeditions or commercialized cave tours each year, while about 9.89 million people have said they participated in rock climbing or bouldering in the year 2019 alone. So the reason for the unpopularity of spelunking as a recreational activity is due to some misconceptions and anxiety surrounding the sport. Amongst the NSS members between the years 1986 and 2010, only about 1,104 caving accidents occurred, while only 84 fatalities were recorded. The NSS has said most of these accidents or fatalities occurred due to poor judgment, lack of experience, and falls. To mitigate these factors, one should make sure to always go on your first couple of cave tours with a trained cave guide. You should also make sure to always have at least 4 or more people in your group. This would allow for one person to stay back with an injured party while 2 others go and get help. Another thing to consider is making sure you have the proper equipment needed for your cave. This means sturdy boots, sturdy clothing, food, water, and a first aid kit, of course, as well as 3 sources of light. At least 2 of these should be able to be easily attached to your helmet so you can operate hands-free, as said by the research grotto of the NSS. So there are a couple different branches of caving, one of them being cave diving. Cave diving is the exploration of submerged or underwater caverns. This is a more dangerous branch of caving than simple spelunking, as to date, over 400 divers have perished in underwater caves, according to the NSS cave diving chapter. This is due to more robust techniques being used. Another branch of caving would be vertical caving. This is when a caver enters into a cave through a vertical shaft using a rappel system. This is also a more complex technique than simple spelunking. Some reasons that someone would go spelunking or caving would be for professional reasons, such as conservation. Conservationists make it a point to spread word about the fragile ecosystem of caverns and how we can help protect them. There are conservation efforts maybe as simple as removing outside dirt from a cave, or as complex as removing graffiti from a cave wall without damaging the surrounding rock formations. Another profession would be research, medical research. In Mammoth Cave, Kentucky, a microbe was found that shows promise as an anti-cancer drug. While in La Chiguilla Cave in New Mexico, an antibiotic-resistant microbe was found. This means that scientists could do research on it and develop a drug that would be able to combat superbugs. So, caving can be a rewarding pastime as long as you put proper time and research into it. People have seen bioluminescent organisms light up caverns like a false night sky, and others have found rushing rivers in a place where a thriving body of water seems unlikely to occur. Just like any sport, one needs to practice before engaging in it. Make sure you have the proper equipment for the specific cave you're going to explore, and always hire a guide for your first couple of tours. I personally am taking a trip to Lost World Caverns in West Virginia soon to go on my very first spelunking trip, and I hope I have showed you guys a new side of spelunking, and I want to thank you for listening to my presentation.